Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You're now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
What it is, ho. What's up? I'm your host with the most, a little butt on his motherfucking toast. It's your boy Just That Water. Another episode of Florida Vibe Directory. You know what I'm saying? I got a very, very special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Florida legend, Broward legend. On his way doing big things. Already doing big things, but on his way doing greater things. You know what I'm saying? I got my dog Sauce in the building.
Yo, bless. Thank you for having me, man.
Already. How you feeling?
Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? The treat on it, you know what I'm saying? And I was already teed up a little bit.
Okay.
About to see what this shot hitting for.
Yeah. Shout out to Lobos. We looking for that sponsor. You know what I'm saying? How's the drive over here? Straight?
Pretty straight. It was just a little traffic, you know what I'm saying? But it's South Florida.
I know you took 95.
Bro, you already know it.
I talk about it on every show. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody take 95. Don't take 95, bro.
Bro,
If you ever come down here again, just take the turnpike.
Bro, that's my thing. I stay right next to 95, though.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
But then the sick part is, like, I feel like the worst on-ramp in Broward is Sunrise.
Yeah, for sure. Sunrise. No. I'll give Sunrise and Commercial. Commercial's terrible.
The on-ramp to 95?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never.
Bro, as soon as you even enter Commercial's vicinity, it's just all bad. It's all bad.
I mean, you never fuck with Ives Dairy?
No, I mean, no, that too. No. I was there is number two. I was there is number two.
Like, back when I was going to FIU, like, in college and shit, it was like, this was before they expanded the lanes and made it however many lanes now. It was like, you just had one lane that you had to hop on, and then it opened up into, like, the 4 or 5 lanes.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was always fucked up.
Because you know niggas in Florida can't merge.
Nah.
Oh,
Too
man.
aggressive. We too aggressive for that shit, bro.
Yeah, so niggas will ride the whole merge lane until that shit's not a merge lane.
Yeah.
And then get mad at you.
You feel me? We the biggest hypocrites, though, because we be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I be swerving.
depending on what side of the equation you on, you trying to get right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna start it off with, get to know you as a person. So where you from?
Broward County, Florida, man. Manus Park. You know what I'm saying? Real Broward shit, you feel me? Born and raised just like that. My family background's Haitian, you feel me? So it's pretty lit.
And how was that? Like how was being Haitian in Broward and shit? Like how was that?
Probably like, okay, so early on elementary school, right? It was a challenge because it's like it ain't too many Zoes that was going to my school. You feel me? And this is like every Zoe remembers a period before I'm a Zoe came out. Like, especially down here. It's like that changed everything. But before that, well, you was getting hell, but like motherfuckers used to try to hide the fact that they was Haitian. Like,
For real.
yeah, it was like that. And then like, but I mean, like, for me, like, my cousins and them was just like hoodlums. So you feel me? They just so happened to be around the right people. So I was always good. You feel me? And then middle school was something else because it was like, now I switched to a whole other hood. I'm in another nigga hood and these boys are like, they different, but still, you feel me? Like, it's still like that whole thing, Haitian flag, they come around, they try to give you hell for it, but that wasn't going.
Or you had hoop dreams before you decided to be a creative?
I say, bro, I played football, right? Okay. But it was one of those things, bro, like, looking back on it, I always had a passion more so for basketball than football.
Okay.
You feel me?
I feel, bro, I'm the same exact. I played football my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but like from damn near from 7th grade to senior year.
Yeah.
But I love basketball.
You feel me? Like, I
wish I would have played, but I never played organized.
That's my thing. I was like, bro, I loved it. Like, even as a jit, bro, going back to like my upbringing, it was like, you get to go to the gym, you get recess, you know what I'm saying? You finna go hoop.
Right.
But then at the same time, like, growing up where I grew up, it was like, you had to play murder ball. Like,
right.
You really, you know what I'm saying? Every nigga from Florida know what murder ball is. So you really got to get down in murder ball. And it was like, basketball was cool, but it was like, bro, let's hit the field. Like,
right.
Let's get to it. So
let's show you strength.
Yeah, it's like that. And I'm like, bro, we like looking back on it, bro, how aggressive we were for like a couple 2nd graders, 3rd graders. Bro.
Right,
like,
going back to class, sweating them up.
Yeah, you feel me?
30 years old. Like, Mom mad, like, you fucked up your school clothes. Like, but what they supposed to do in recess? They should have gave us like time to change.
Exactly. I mean,
kind of fucked up.
It's like I went to William Dandy for middle school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that shit was, like, me and my partner was just talking about this, bro. Like, motherfuckers that played football before school started.
That ass.
Like musky as hell the whole day, but it's like motherfuckers was getting live
Right,
right
right.
before class, and it's like damn.
Niggas would come to school early just to get the teams.
Just
Right?
to-
Niggas, what? I remember that shit too. Playing on the track, in the field or whatever. I remember niggas getting to school dumb early to play football.
That's it, bro.
Basketball, whatever the case, whatever the sport was for the day.
Exactly, you had to get to it, but it was
Mhm.
like that whole musky shit ain't my vibe.
Word. Why you start rapping?
I guess damn, wait, get straight to it. I guess it was more so like I got bored. I ain't gonna lie. It got a little. It became like a process that was just like, okay, like it's not challenging enough. Like it was just like, all right, cool. At least for what I understood it to be at the time.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like for what I knew it to be and how I understood things to be, it was like, bro, this shit cool, but like I want to do more. And then I'm always big on time. So like, and even then it's one of those things I feel like for me, I looked at it as a time thing and I'm like, bro, I need something that's gonna get shit rolling like ASAP. So then I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, this shit cool. But I'm like, again, based on the knowledge I had at the time, I'm like,
You feel like your time wasn't valued enough?
it was like not even that it wasn't valued. It was more so like one of those things where it's like, damn, this costs a lot to really get to, and it's like the amount of time that you got to commit to it and shit like that. So it was like, you feel me? Like I love it to death. Like you feel me to this day, but it's one of those things I just kind of like, damn. You know, and it was crazy is even when I started shooting video, it wasn't necessarily to get away from making music. It was more so like I can make bread doing this and that fun studio time.
Word.
So that's what it started out like, and then it just was one of those things as I'm like writing is like it was easier for me to write songs if I like I would visualize the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually get a visual in my head and I'm like, yeah, like all right, this is what the song about to be like. You feel me? It's like I got a whole music video in my head as I'm writing the song. So it was just like, all right, like what if I just lock in on this side of shit? You feel me?
And that's what so you started doing like video treatments like soon after, or you were just doing the whole I'ma figure this video shoot out?
Yeah, I'm gonna just figure it out. I was like, I really started off like running gun, like doing shit like that. Just like I'm gonna pull up wherever you at, camera on me, and let's make it shade. Like I just had that much faith in how creative I was, or how creative I am, where it's like you can put me in any situation, I'm gonna make it look fire. Like I didn't care. So that's how I started off, and it's not until like I say somewhere around like 2-3 years ago where I really just kind of shifted and was like, bro, I don't really. It's not that I didn't care for music videos the same. It was like the level of attention I wanted to put into it. I was like, bro, we gotta level it up. So yeah, so then that's when I really like got into doing larger productions and shit like that and learning different aspects of the game and whatnot.
Or so how did your parents feel about you being creative and not taking like, you know, the doctor or lawyer route type shit? Because I know Caribbean parents, especially like Haitian parents, you know what I'm saying? Like they want you to have like a, you know, sustainable income or security type shit, I should say.
I mean, so I mean I got my degree. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like they couldn't really say much. And how it worked out for me was around the time of my senior year in college, that's when I got into doing video, right? So it was like by the time I graduated, it was like, all right, I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying, really getting into this video aspect, but at the same time I got this degree, so now y'all can't really tell me nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing was I remember though, like, because I quit my job right, like the next day after I graduated, I was just like, all right, boys, this shit was cute, but I got real shit to go do in life. So after that, that's when like my dad didn't really express any concern. It was more so my old girl where she was just like, so what you gonna do for bread now?
Yeah.
Like you feel me? And then anytime like she'll just constantly remind me like, oh, you should go back to work. You should go to. And I'm like, nah. I ain't cut like that because I like growing up. I always had a problem with authority. I really don't like people telling me what to do. Like it's not my thing. I can't go for it. So it's just like, just off of that principle alone for myself, I couldn't
work for nobody.
It ain't in me. I ain't got it. I ain't got it for you, big dog.
So what was the job that you quit?
Bro, I was a fucking server through college. Yeah, the shit was sweet though. Some good money, you feel me? And it was like, it really taught me how to talk and deal with people. Cause I wasn't really like, I ain't gonna say I wasn't talkative like that, but it wasn't like I dealt with as many people as I did within being in that space. You feel me? So being there, I learned how to like talk to people. I really learned how to think quick on my feet. That's what that taught me. Like being a waiter taught me how to be like quick as fuck on my feet and kind of knowing how to make split second decisions. And so it's still shit that I use to this day, like as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like knowing how to finesse situations and talking to people and knowing how to finesse like certain shit. Like
that makes sense. So that was your first and only job, or you had jobs before that?
First and only, fam. I ain't. Yeah,
That's crazy. That's what's up.
That was the one and only. Cause them boys had got me, but it was like it's one of them things, bro. Where I'm thankful for it. You feel me? Like that shit kind of, especially like all my other friends and shit like that, like the kind of jobs they was working and shit like that, trying to get to the money and shit. And it was like I was working something that allowed me to do, you know what I'm saying? I was able to like be chilling for real just because it was like I could go in, make bread one day, spend it, and then I could come back the next day, make it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't necessarily waiting on a paycheck at the end of a certain period. Right. It was more like I'm gonna go in and I'm making my bread. Tips. Exactly. So yeah, it was like that.
So to rewind a little bit, how did you what was the moment you realized that you wanted to be a creative? Period. Like whether it be a rapper,
like any type.
Yeah.
So it's when I was I think I was in first or second grade, and I was watching MTV Cribs, and it was a Ja Rule episode.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Ja.
And Ja had this this car. I think it was called the T-Rex. It was like this yellow shit. And I'm like, damn, I want that. Like, I want this lifestyle right here. Like, everything about this, like Ja Rule is fucking living. This is Ja Rule in like 02, 03. Like, this motherfucker killing shit. So I'm like, bro, I need to live like that. And so, you know what I mean? Like, from then, I always, you know what I'm saying, had a thing for trying to make music. Like, as a jet, I'll be like in the bathroom doing shit, like trying to create songs and shit. Like, I was doing all type of shit.
Well, you sound better in the bathroom too.
Yeah, you feel me? I was waving shit. I was like, the shit was like that. You feel me?
So where'd the name Trsh Mag come from?
Honestly, it came from my girl. She was always like big on conceptualizing different shit, right? Like coming up with concepts of various things. And then she had a concept for something called Trsh Mag, where it was really like I don't remember the exact idea for it, but I remember at the time I got with my partner, that was just a name that like always stuck with me. I was like, bro, I fucking love that name. Like when she had came up with it, I was like, you feel me? I was like, I hope you do something with this. Like this is fire ass name. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but do something with it.
Right.
But then at the time, it was like she hadn't moved on, started like she always like just move on to other shit. So I was like, all right, bet. It's cool. And then when I got up with my partner, we were trying to think of names for shit. And I was like, bro, Trsh Mag is it, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm going to take that shit.
Yeah. I like, hey, the shit was hard. I've been told you it was hard. So it was like that, yeah. So that's really how that came to be. And then.
Damn, that's really crazy.
Yeah. And then.
How she feel that it took off?
She
That's crazy. She could have had the name.
She could have had the name, but no, she definitely been like my biggest supporter, like the biggest, like everything, like as far as like pushing me to where I'm at now, like all that. So
word. So let's talk about the beginning of Trsh Mag. Like how did it start? Who did it start with?
Damn, bro. So essentially, it started off as a platform. Well, not even a platform, bro. It started off really on some like production company shit, right? You gotta understand, like, I'm a videographer, my partner's a videographer, right? So we looking at this shit like how we can come in and just kind of fuck the game up. Cause for me, within my first couple months, I was already like had all these big name directors tapping in with me, had all this cool shit going on. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. And I'm seeing the kind of work everybody else putting out. I'm like, yeah. I was like, this is gonna be easy. Like I'm gonna take this shit over. Like I knew it from the jump. I was like, this shit is cake. You feel me? And so when that time came, when we started up Trsh, it was like bro came to me and we had went to middle school together, you feel me? At Dandy, and bro was like, bro, like I see you doing your thing. And he's like, I went to school for this and that. We get together and you know what I'm saying, start doing this shit. And I was like, damn, that's fire. You feel me? At the time, I'm just like open for whatever. You feel me? I'm still in college. I'm just like, bro, let's fucking try it out and see what happens. So we started doing music videos. That starts like that shit just starts going crazy. Off the rip, first music video went crazy. And then it was just like, from there, it just kept going. Music videos turned into a performance series and then never looked back after that.
Word. Oh, that's what's up, man. I've been following y'all for a minute. I remember like just fucking with Just.
Oh yeah.
And I was doing music back then, still doing music now, but like when I first started, dabbling in, he was like, Sauce can get you right for a video. First thing he said, like, Sauce can get you right. And that's why I first heard your name, never met you or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but heard your name ringing around from back then. I was probably like 2015.
Type shit.
Yeah, like 2015, 2016.
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, for sure.
Yo, Luke. Shout out to Luke, man. I didn't even shout him out in the beginning of the If It Could Deuce, you know what I'm saying? On the ones and twos. My dog, my brother.
Yeah. These motherfuckers got to understand. These motherfuckers got to set up in here.
Appreciate you,
Like,
boy.
it's
Appreciate you.
Crazy.
But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. What was talking about?
Yeah, you had them brought up just.
Oh yeah. How I found out about you. Yeah, so your name been ringing since back then type shit. So I know you've been doing your thing. So it's just crazy to see you like out here like huge. Like it's crazy, bro. Like people that that aren't in the circle that I would think, that would hear about you posting your shit, posting Trash Mag clips. I'm just like, yo, it's wild, bro. Like I seen just at the end of music videos, trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I seen, the build, it's crazy. It's just crazy to see you glow.
Yo,
like,
3 minutes before you got here, he hit me with so do you know Trsh Man? I was like, yeah, of course. Why? He's like, that's who's coming. I'm like, why you ain't tell me that sooner?
Because I didn't think you knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just
You knew I knew.
I did. That's why I would, if I asked, you know what I'm saying? I didn't.
If you had asked.
I asked because I didn't know.
But I know. That's all I know.
Well, now I know. Now I know. Now the world
we all
knows.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Now the world knows Luke knew. I'm trying to tell you. It's smooth though. It's a little hot. It's a little hot because it was in the whip, but
we got Pinot Grigio too if you're feeling lighter.
Yeah. We finna get sturdy.
No, I'm saying pour the Pinot.
Yeah.
What you call? So, what makes your job easier as being like a director?
A team, a good team, a good team makes everything 20 times easier. Cause early on, before we switched into the performance series and going in that direction, like just going on the music video route, right? It was just me and my bro, and it was like that shit was crazy. Like we pulling up, doing all types of crazy ass shoots, and it's just us two. Like, and we're switching who's holding the camera, who's shooting this angle, and then we kind of work.
Then y'all gotta edit it.
Yeah, and then it's like we gotta edit it. So then it was like we splitting the shit. So it's like I would edit, and then he would throw in the color, and it's just like it was shit like that. But that shit was hard. And it was like as we once we really stepped into doing the performance series, that's when we really started building a team. That's when it was like, all right, this shit is bigger than what we looking at right now. This got potential. So then it was like, all right, let's start adding pieces. And it took a long while to finally get pieces in order, but
All right.
you know what I'm saying? Shit happened for sure.
You can pass that this way though. I kind of skipped myself.
For sure.
Pass it.
Oh yeah, you had nothing with straight loop for sure.
But yeah. So what's your top 3 pet peeves in filming?
Damn. I'd say probably a lot of my pet peeves come from when I was doing music videos, and like I really my biggest one is like the backseat directors, right? Them like the homeboys that come on set and somehow they just know the vision. They just like trying to tell us what to do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And this came from the time like when me and my bros was doing music videos. So it was a lot more easy for people to feel like they could interject and give opinions on shit.
Where
It was like once we got a team, it was kind of like you don't know who to talk to. It's too many people around for you to for somebody to correct at this point. So
right.
But yeah, that's one of my biggest ones. It's always like, bro, like we got paid to be out here. You feel me? Like there's a reason your dog hired us to do what we do. So let us do what we do.
We're not in the booth right now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it was shit like that. My next one is really like just the artists that are they're too involved in the creative process. Like they feel they got to be a part of every aspect of it, right? So even when it comes down to like, let's say you, from the start, right? You get an artist in, send you a song, whatever. What I like to do is I'm like, what ideas you have for this song? Like you wrote the song, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what you had in mind as you were doing this. So then like you get the opinions, but then you have some artists who are just like they like go OD with the treatment process. Now they want to make a whole bunch of tweaks, and then even when it comes down to now like putting together a shot list. They like, I want this kind of shot one, and it's just very
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
difficult to work with artists like that.
Yeah.
It's like, fam, like you
Nah, I
making
can
this shit
imagine.
harder, and it's them artists that just be like, oh, can I be there when you editing?
Nah. Yeah, nah, I feel that.
So it's like that. Those are like my two biggest, honestly, and I guess third would be
Like bring it more recent to like your interview process. Like
I would guess with that's the thing, like doing what I do now, bro. People always ask me like, is it tough dealing with all these artists? Is it like you deal with egos? And it's like it's the easiest thing. I
or
kid you not. I don't honestly at this point I don't have. I guess my only pet peeve is people that might come on and try to act hard during an interview or anything like that. But honestly, we've only ever had that like one time.
yeah.
You feel me? In like the 2 years we've been doing these interviews, we only had that like happen one time. So it's like that. You feel me? Like ain't too many pet peeves within it, bro. Like and I mean maybe it's because I moved into doing something that I really enjoy.
Mhm.
So it's like for me, it's kind of like it's like a bad bitch. I ain't no flaws. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. Cause like yeah, I was gonna ask that later on if like you feel like you're doing like if you feel like it's work at this point or if you feel like it's like you're just doing what you love.
I'll say
Kind of answered it. So
I mean that it's kind of like I acknowledge the aspects of it that is work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be blind to it. It's like now I've turned this into a living. You know what I'm saying? So there's an aspect of it that does become work, and 100% does feel like work. But it's like those times where I get to step back and see everything that's going on, or like I be so caught up in the moment that I don't really pay attention to like the significance of a lot until people like moments like this happen where people are like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You want to come and chop it up with us on the podcast? Or they're like, yo, we want to da 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 with y'all, or like
yeah.
certain things that happen where it's just like, damn, like this is it. But I get so caught up in the moment that you know what I'm saying? It always does feel like work, but again, when I step back, it's like, bro, this shit beautiful. So now I really get to enjoy it as like, you know what I'm saying? Just like a
Yeah, I definitely feel you when it comes to the whole like artist and ego thing or just like creatives because like when I think it's easier to deal with people when it comes to do you want to come on the show rather than you want to make music or you want to do like you know what I'm saying because I think the ego plays more into that because you feel like we in competition.
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to do a verse with somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we in competition. It's not even like that. So, but when it's here, everybody like, oh shit, I get to talk my shit. And I feel like all creators are kind of like narcissistic. So
Very.
they want to talk about themselves more, you know, anyway,
Very.
you know what I'm saying? So like, they're more, they jump into, oh shit, and it's free? Oh, bet. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I feel you on that.
That's a very, very real thing. I always said that. I'm like, bro, creatives are like some of the most narcissistic and self-centered people. Like, I'm like, it's a thing where you just like, especially like in like, let's say like people that's within my field, like on the video side, a lot of these videographers and directors are all basically, they're just divas. They're just like the rappers.
Yeah.
They're just on the other side of the camera. Like they have just the same kind of egos. They try to move just the same because there's directors who want to move like rappers and really be rappers and like rock stars and shit. So it's like it's all the same shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Speaking of directors, who's like your influences?
I would say So I guess are you speaking more so in regards to like the music video side of things? Or
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
music videos. Or I mean, you could do any kind of direction of music videos. You want to say movies or just
I'll say
podcasts or just anything.
I'll say probably Cole Bennett for sure.
Okay.
With
he
Lyrical
hard.
Lemonade, that was one of my biggest that was one of my favorite directors. Like when I started shooting videos, it was like, bro, this nigga's beast.
Yeah, that nigga's tough. You shooting half the shit on his iPhone nowadays.
Yeah, you feel me on some
And
crazy
then tell you he do at the end.
Yeah.
Like flex on you like, goddamn, nigga.
And then
Kinda crazy.
There was a director named JMP, directed by JMP from out of Cali, I believe.
Okay.
Bro is like he hard as hell. Like to this day, still one of my favorite directors. And then also Edgar Estevez, bro from Broward. Like he's one of
Okay.
the biggest directors out right now. Like for the last couple years, just been killing everything moving. Bro. Like shit's insane.
He do mostly music videos.
Music videos.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as like when it comes to like the content side, it's not really. I guess I don't know if it's necessarily a director, but more so like inspiration from different types of creators and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, it's kind of like the people that really like again, Cole Bennett is another one. Like how he built the Lyrical Lemonade platform is just like it was literally a Cole Bennett interview that inspired the concept for Trash Mag originally.
Word.
Like, again, like we was going in music video direction, but we wanted to do other shit where it was like we wanted to do profiles on creatives, right? Like, it's Cole. I think it was an interview he did with Billboard magazine, and it was just like, damn, this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really got a videographer sitting here. Like, this somebody that learned shit probably just like us from off of YouTube and shit.
Right.
Now this niggas on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? So it was like seeing that and just like, bro, it'll be so far to like do spotlights of different creatives. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing came together off the rip. Like, it's just crazy.
So who was the most like interesting person you interviewed or shot a video for, and why?
Oh boy. Damn.
If you want to break it down to a top 3, it's cool too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Yeah, 'cause
It's
I understand like one person is
yeah, and it's a lot though, cause like just recently I looked at, like, for instance, our YouTube, and I seen like there's 207 videos up on the YouTube, but this was like a couple of days ago. So probably now it's probably close to like 214, 215, right? And it's like that's just like since we went in the direction to do performances and interviews, but then there's like years before that of like a bunch of music videos. But I say when it comes to the music video side, bro, one of my favorite videos is this video for this artist named KO, man, from out of Miami. He did this video called Boss Talk. And that shit is like that shit was fire. Like the team, like we executed like a motherfucker on that. Like shit was crazy.
or
Yeah, that's probably
artist is
like
easy to work with.
Artist was easy to work with. Like bro cool as fuck. And his managers were cool. All his people were cool. So it was like it was a vibe. Actually, and another one I really enjoyed, bro, is for this artist named for Chef. This artist named Chef.
Okay. Shout out Chef.
Yeah. He
Shout
had
out Wasted Potential.
that whole gang. He had this song called "To the Bone."
Oh, I
And-
seen that. Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's definitely one of y'all hardest videos too.
Yeah, that's one of my like. That was the first time I ever like heard a song, and I was just like, oh, I need to do the video for this.
Mhm.
Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, nah, you gotta do this. Like I remember sending it over to the team, and I'm like, bro, like we gotta get in touch with this nigga and make this shit happen.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, what ended up happening was he ended up hitting us up probably like 2 days later after releasing the song or some shit like, yo,
Manifestation.
yeah. I was like, oh, bro.
Crazy.
I'm like, you don't understand. I already wrote the treatment like so when he came with it, I was just like, bro. And then again, the team fire. So we cooked up a treatment. Everybody came to terms on what we rocking out with and executed that bitch. And Chef was down with it. One of the best artists I've worked with, hands down. Like as far as like how easy he is to deal with, is just like, bro, he's just like he with whatever. He's just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
That type of energy, bro, just make you feel confident, and then in turn you create fire shit with it.
Yeah, Chef pretty laid back.
Very
One of the
very-
most laid back people I know.
yeah, motherfucker. Be
Funny as fuck too.
Yeah.
When him and I want to call him Flo because that's how I.
That's yeah, everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
call him Flo, but Mikey. You know what I'm saying? When him and Mikey get together, it's just them boys is clowns, bro. Clowns.
So,
So what do you look for in like artist or whatever that makes you decide that you want to work with them?
motion. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's got to be like to a certain. When you're dealing with a certain tier of artists, it's not necessarily about like the music too much. Cause like there was a point I realized last year, like we were kind of like listening to stuff and looking at the content we put out, and like I'm like, honestly, we don't put out like maybe, you know what I'm saying, like 30, 40 episodes this year of this specific, you know what I'm saying, type of content. I'm like, bro, I
Yeah.
probably only liked 3 of these songs. You get what I'm saying? But it was like one of those things that's like god damn, dude, like it's like that. But it was, and what happens is because like dealing with more labels, so now they're like, oh yeah, I got this artist we pushing, we're doing this, we're doing that, and they just pulling in all different directions,
Yeah.
sound wise, to where it's like what you really want to push gets diluted a bit. But it's like I'm thankful for that, because what it allowed for us to do now is kind of like we've reached a point where we can pull whatever the fuck we like and still work with the labels now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, it's like
Because
that.
y'all be grabbing people early.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I
really
mean,
early.
there's a lot of shit that happens, bro. Like there's times, bro, we've missed out on certain viral records, And it's because like an artist maybe approached us so early,
Mhm.
and it wasn't until like we probably heard the record and we're like, yeah, this shit cool, but let's see what happens.
Right.
And then probably like 3 months later, we're like, bruh, what
That
the
should be
fuck?
crazy. I was just telling my girl the other day, y'all had Lola before Joe Budden did.
Oh, for sure. But Lola was at the time though. Lola was already like
She was already doing her thing, but it's just
mean
crazy.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's
that's a
true.
flex. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had it
Stuff.
before Joe, so I'm just like, that's crazy as hell. Like, y'all be really.
Yeah, you gotta be like really tapped in for real and just like understanding resources and networks. So that's how that happened. I was just like, that was fire to work with Shorty. Like, shit crazy. But like, what we try to do when it comes to like, for instance, like when we talking early on people, like one of our biggest things right now is just trying to find like niggas that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even too much motion to them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of going back to the question was like, there's certain people where we don't necessarily look at the motion, but we really just look at like the quality of the, you know what I'm saying, the artist and the music,
Yeah.
and like what's the potential there? You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like
There's
there's
for like new sounds and shit. And
that's really the biggest thing is just trying to find new sounds or at least like yeah, it's really just new sounds, bro, and just something that's gonna like set the tone for real.
Word.
Because I feel like music right now is kind of like today we did this new music meeting where we sit down and we just kind of comb through. We all submit music throughout the week that we come across from different platforms and shit like that, and then we sit around, listen to everything, discuss it, do some research on the person real quick, and see if it's somebody we want to fuck with. And it was like today sitting at me, and it was kind of like, damn, bro, this like ain't shit out here right now. Like this shit dry as hell. But it was shit like that.
You thinking about getting into your A&R bag since you dealing with like labels and executives and shit? Like you got the access, low key. Because once you step in the doors, you know what I'm saying, you're there.
Facts,
That's what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? Like being in different rooms and shit, you can't be excuse me, you can't be like nervous and shit. You can't be scared like to talk to anybody in the room because you're there.
Yeah, facts.
So, and I ask because you have been early on these artists, and a lot of the artists have been, you know, blowing up. I'll say like, you know, Mooski, huge. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, I heard that song first from that clip.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that. So, you know,
yeah,
I see that in your future, you know, the A&R type shit. So you think you want to tap into that or?
I think it's definitely cool, but I don't really have too much interest in like. It's not I don't have interest in being an A&R. I think I just don't want to deal with the business and the politics side of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a bunch of homies that are A&Rs. Like one of my bros, Joey, he's an A&R at Alamo. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a bunch of different A&Rs, and it's kind of like the way they be, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit be going for them and just knowing certain things. I'm kind of like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that you love the music, but at the same time, like the business side of shit, bro, that shit would turn me off to it altogether. And like, just the way having to deal with certain artists and shit like that, and just how they gotta move, like, it's like, bro, like, shit crazy. But then there's that side of it that's also rewarding. Like for instance, like my boy Sonny, he's Sexy Red's A&R, like you know the shorty with the what's the record? Her pussy hole pink, the booty hole. That Pound Town, that shit, that shorty, yeah, like
stupid.
she ain't gonna lie, she's lit. That bitch, I'm thugging with my rounds. I'm like,
I don't have a booty hole brown. I'm like, come on, bro.
like,
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Even if it's brown, we all know.
You feel me?
Like, yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
But nah, it was like my boy Sonny, he's her A&R, and it's like I know like times like this, it's just like this shit fire, like everything is paying off. So it's like it's that side of it. But for me, I just it's just that business side of things.
Oh, okay.
I like niggas like the freestyle.
What? Like new edition. What you call I had a second part to that question too. I said, or is it anybody that pays the fee? Because I know you know y'all.
Oh yeah, no. So this is the reality of this, right? We can't do what we do and move how we move without some kind of bread. That's what makes the thing. That's what makes Trsh what it is. It's like this is like being able to have ideas and having the funds to push these ideas forward to make it happen. And then ultimately it leads to a whole platform that, you know what I'm saying, can help push other shit forward. So it's like in order for that to happen, bread got to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
what we do is we just initially we weren't set up that way because we were still making our bread through music videos. But it became that point where it was like, bro, this other shit is going so well. We just got to figure out how to cash out on it. I'm like, we
Word.
doing the YouTube shit, but YouTube like it's a grind. You feel me? It was early, so we like, bro, we got to find a way. And it was like once we kind of put a pause to music videos, or essentially it was like, yeah, once we put a pause to music videos, we just started navigating different ways to start getting paid for doing what we do. And it was like, all right, boom, like motherfuckers pay for this. Motherfuckers want this, we can do this, we can da da da. And then we just found ways to make bread with it. So it's like now we have it to where we give artists different I guess they got different tiers to which they can interact with us. You get what I'm saying? Or engage with us. Where it's like, if you got this certain type of bread, you can do this with us. But if you ain't really trying to invest that much, you can do this with us. Like we got all these different tiers of things that artists got to engage with us. So yeah. So it's like that. But again, it's still there's a quality filter over everything. Like it's not like we just gonna accept whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't too much like that. So a lot of times, like for everything, there's a whole submission process. Like even for our interviews, there's if I get like, let's say we get 50 submissions today, I probably might only accept like 5 to 6 people.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's based off your like criteria of like, as motion and
yeah, more so when it comes to interviews, it's more so about like you can kind of tell what's going on with the person from looking at, like, you probably catch 1 or 2 reels and it's like, all right, cool. You see what kind of engagement they're getting in their comments, like what kind of fan base they have. It's like, all right, these type of people that fuck with them. And then that's generally how I choose who gets, you know what I'm saying, who's on and who isn't.
Damn. So even if they have to apply, is there an application fee?
No.
Oh, okay.
We ain't like that,
Y'all not doing it like that?
No.
Okay, it's only when they get accepted.
I be having to spend doing this shit, bro. Like, bro, it got so bad to the point, bro. I only checked submissions. Like this month was the first time I've only checked submissions like twice this entire month. I'm like, bro, this shit is ridiculous. Like, I'm like, every time I go in, it's like, bro, like, what the fuck? And then I'm sitting there for like an hour going through submissions. And then like just yesterday or Monday, I checked submissions and I had to spend another hour there. And like, what I did, like, literally, I just decided to like start creating a schedule where twice a week I'm just gonna check submissions just to keep that shit flowing. But
Yeah, you gotta have a schedule.
yeah, bro, that shit is.
You gotta add that in there. I mean, or at least have somebody to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it yourself.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do is move to that. Like, I'm like, I need to get away from it.
Word. I see you got a lot of teams though. Like you're growing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the Florida team. Atlanta was our second market, and most recently a New York team. And New York team is all shorty, so like that shit's fire.
Word.
Yeah, I love that. I tell everybody that shit. We got nothing but shorties in New York. Fuck you mean? Like that shit hard.
You trying to expand like further, like
Oh, most definitely.
Houston. Like,
Cali's gonna be the next play. Probably within the next year or so. Once we fully solidify ourselves in New York and kind of like automate that entire process.
Word.
Yeah, I'm on Cali ass for sure.
Okay. Who do you want to work with that you haven't worked with already?
Ice Spice.
You sides.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Ice Spice for sure.
All my baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? Like Shansia and then like all that. But for real though, like yeah, it's a lot of motherfuckers though. Like even I even want to work like with people like Drewski, bro. I think Drewski funny as fuck. Like
Yeah, he's the funniest man in the planet right now.
you know what I'm saying?
He's
Like
hilarious,
him,
bro.
Desi Banks, motherfuckers like that. Like just all types of folks. Yeah.
We was just talking about Desi earlier today. You think he fell off?
Okay, let's keep it a buck, right? Look. Yeah, y'all boys not gonna play with my boy Desi. Look, so like let's keep all right. So what happened was it at the height? Was it around the George Floyd thing or something? Like he said something crazy about niggas protesting.
That's what. Okay, we're trying to figure out like what was the downfall. Like what happened.
He said some shit about like y'all niggas gotta chill basically. Niggas was like, what? That nigga lost. I remember watching his Instagram lose like 700,000 followers, and I'm like,
Damn.
Like this boy will never recover. It's over.
That shit crazy.
And it took him about a good.
But then he did that stand up. Like I feel like he did that stand up like right after he got booed off stage.
No, that wasn't real. That was just a skit.
It was a skit.
Yeah.
Real. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like he lost so many people at that point. I was like, damn, I hate to see. Even for me, I had to tap out of Desi. I was like, I'm gonna be looking crazy, but it's like the nigga was still always funny, and then it's like I feel like
Drewski
Drewski just kind of like
took off right
and then-
after.
Cause what's his name? Haha Davis. Around that same time,
same
kind of
time.
fell off. He kind of like started to fall off. So people were kind of like, all right, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, oh shit, Drewski kind of like this motherfucker funny.
Right.
It was Drewski, and then there was this other motherfucker. He looked like G Herbo's. I forgot bro's name. His name's like Kyle or some shit like that. It was them two niggas on Twitter. I swear to God. But no, it was them two niggas that was constantly like, you feel me, like they was going at it. It was like the big niggas that's trying to be funny, but then Drewski just like killed that boy. ATP. That shit was
took
over.
off, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, bro snap for sure.
So, which festival is your favorite to work so far? I know you just did Rolling Loud Cali.
Yeah, the Rolling Loud was our first festival, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. I could have swore y'all did one down here. Y'all didn't do Rolling Loud down here at all?
Nah.
Okay.
We work with the artists around it just because they're in Florida, but that Rolling Loud, nah. This was our first festival, and it was just like, oh shit, this is lit. Like, it was a bit challenging though. I'll tell you that much. Like, the shit was hard as fuck. Like getting out there, bro. He's motherfucker, yo. So we get out there, right? We still don't know the entire situation of what's going on for us at Rolling Loud. Like, we just know that we're doing press. We're in some press compound. We're doing all types of Google searches to figure out what an open air compound is, and we just like, yeah, it's gonna be this. It might be that. All right, so now we're just like, all right, let's prepare for like best case scenario. We about to do this. We about to do all this crazy shit when we get to Cali, right? So we pull up to the Rolling Loud grounds. Fam, that shit was insane. Like, the amount of walking motherfuckers had to do. And the sick part was we brought all of our equipment. Like, we were shooting in the studio, fam. We brought a backdrop. We did all this crazy shit.
Jesus.
And then it was like, that first day we weren't even able to shoot shit because it was so windy and everything. It was like, man, it's a loss. Like, it was like, fuck it, packed it up. Second day was like, man, fuck, like, what they talking about? Like, now that we know the situation, we gonna move this way. And then it was like, okay, this is cool. We kind of got it figured out, but still, because the thing that sucks about Rolling Loud is like, we didn't get as much, you know what I'm saying, like, info from, like, you know what I'm saying, other people that's gonna be there. Like, do y'all know how the setup gonna go? Like, I was tapping in all types of people. I was like, yeah, you did Rolling Loud in New York, all right, for sure. Like, what the vibe like? And they're like, yeah.
Nobody was giving you game?
Man, nobody was giving me game until my boy Briscoe from out in LA, he hit me up and he's like, yeah, I see y'all finna be at Rolling Loud. They just sent around y'all information and shit. And he's like, so I'm gonna just tell you how it is. Like, expect this, expect that. This is how it's gonna go. And in my mind, I was like, all right, cool. But then we still like, bro, that's what you got out of it. And I'm like, but
you still got experience of yourself.
Yeah, so we're like, you know what? Going based on these emails, we're like, we're gonna just go out there and see what's up. And yeah, that motherfucker was real. It's not until day 3 where we really like, we honed in on like everything. Like, we got right. We was able to get right with Kevin Gates, Tusi, like all these other people. Just like a vibe. Like,
word.
So it's like,
next festival, you gonna be prepared. Y'all gonna be ready.
Oh yeah, most def. Like, right now, I'm trying to see about this Lyrical Lemonade Fest in Chicago. See if we can get out there. Rolling Loud Miami, get up on that. And just all different types of shit, bro. Just kind of like really getting outside. And getting to more festivals, so it's gonna be fun.
So did y'all work Southwest, or y'all were just there?
No, we threw an event. This was my first time again at that whole thing. So like, what we did was we had our own like venue. I forgot the name of the club. Tellers. Okay. In Texas, right? And Austin. So we threw a show at Tellers. We had our own stage and shit like that, and had artists performing like. And I didn't understand the significance of South by Southwest. Like, I knew it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Travis Scott got discovered there, Taylor Swift, Amy Winehouse, like people like that. It's like, okay, like this some lit shit, but I didn't know it was like lit like that. Like, you be out and it's just like everybody's performing everywhere, every type of lit ass artist. Like fucking, you had like this platform on the radar. They had through a show, and they had motherfuckers like Rob 49 and Sleazy World and like all types of shit. And like, even for us, like, we had all types of lit ass shorties. Like, bro, the shit was insane, bro. We had Erica Banks, old thick ass. God. Son, I put that motherfucker in my story. You hear me? Motherfucker was go crazy.
I say it.
My God. That shit crazy. But yeah, we had Erica Banks flying there, and it was just like a whole bunch of like crazy shit going on, bro. Like, so I was able to make that happen. Just like, yeah, South by Southwest was definitely like a fire experience for us. And that was like our first time really like throwing a show. Like, and it's crazy. Like, it wasn't even in Florida, it was like outside of Florida. Like, we made that happen.
So speaking of fire experiences, like what was your best experience since you started Trash?
Damn. You know, it comes down to we do these things right at the end of the year. Our executive squad, we do like these trips at the end of the year where we kind of like just go to another market just to see what's up type shit. So before we set up in Atlanta, we had made a trip like that and we was out in Atlanta. It's like 2020. It's like the height of the pandemic. I just knew we wasn't supposed to be there. But but we went out to Atlanta.
Atlanta was lit during the pandemic though.
Yeah,
it was kind of like Miami.
Exactly. So we went out to Atlanta and that shit was just Atlanta like was fire and it kind of set the tone for like what we did that year because we was able to sit down, plan out everything. It was like, oh, this is fire. And then that's what we did. You feel me? And then that year we set up an Atlanta team, made it happen. Or the following year set up an Atlanta team, made it happen. And like even last year we went to New York and we spent a month out of New York again and set up a team, got everything rolling in New York. Now we got a New York team. So it's like those trips are like the best experiences for me.
Or
because it's like now I get to experience some new shit. And then it's like
and they're
it's
expanding the team.
exactly. And it's different than like you know what I'm saying? You could pop up somewhere and be there for like 2-3 days, a week, whatever. But it's like when you stay somewhere a month, bro,
Right.
that shit different. Like that shit is different. You really get accustomed to shit. Like motherfuckers riding the subway. I'm trying to be like a whole like good citizen and shit. I'm really paying for this shit. And then I get on it and I see nothing but bases. I'm like, fam, I know these bases not paying, so why am I?
Right.
So then
you skip it alive. Like,
yeah, I'm just like hopping over shit. I'm like, fam. And it was like being able to get so wrapped up in the culture. Like I'm eating chopped cheeses every other day. You feel me? Like
niggas a New Yorkian.
you feel me? Like the shit was dope and just starting to learn like, oh yeah, you stay near the J train. Damn, you fucked up. Like or like shit like that. Like just really getting immersed in the culture. Like that should be fire.
Or so do you I already asked that shit. Where do you see Trash in 10 years?
Ooh. Damn, that's a good question. Cause that's something like we've been trying to like not necessarily, I guess trying to figure out how to put together like the entire like we know what the big picture is like, but now it's like what's that entire picture like?
Yeah.
So that's what we've been kind of trying to figure out as of late. I could say like right now, motherfuckers just like vibing and shit, you know what I mean? Just letting it build as it needs to. But ideally, bro, the goal is to get this as big as like much larger than your complexes, much larger than the Rolling Louds on the festival side. Like become like this whole like empire of like this multimedia empire essentially.
Or
It's like a whole takeover. That's what I'm looking at.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. But yeah, man. 10 years though, 10 years gonna be some shit. Like I feel like it might turn in. It's no telling what it could turn into. That's the dope thing about the brand, bro.
Right.
Like,
This shit grew so quick.
yeah, it's like
So that's why I think 5 years is like everybody. I think for everybody asks kind of like where you see yourself in 5 years. Like 10 years is like where the fuck is Trash really gonna be in 10?
exactly,
How far can y'all really go?
exactly.
You know,
And
because
it's
y'all grew so quick. So it's really wild to see.
Mhm.
Dope to see.
so many ways niggas could play it, bro. Like it's too many, and yeah, it's gonna be dope exploring the shit. You feel me? As we grow and see what it turns into.
Or so we gonna get into these rapid fire questions. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta think
shit.
too hard on it.
Hold on, let me
Everybody, it's not really rapid fire because everybody always got a story behind it. So, but if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. First question: what kind of gum you be buying in the store? Gum as in chewing gum, not gun as in.
no, not the little clips and the little cup thing that fit in your cup holder. You know, like
Yeah.
I got
50 packs.
yeah, I got one of them motherfuckers in the trunk. Oh God, but that motherfucker is so potent and it's on point, fam. You can't.
Or
And it serves as a nice air freshener for the whip too. Like your whole shit go to smelling like that.
for real.
Can't lose.
Yeah, I haven't caught one of them in a minute.
Yeah, but it stay on me.
Or
It's 20 for sure.
you ever got caught cheating?
Ooh. Nah. That's funny as hell.
You ever caught your significant other cheating?
Nah.
Nah.
God be protecting my heart. But baby, lie to me. I swear to God.
You ever shoot your shot at a celebrity in the DMs?
Yeah, Shensia all day. I got a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
More like every Thursday at 7.
It'll be once a month. Once a month.
You hit it with the same sauce? No pun, or you just
I kind of like, but nah, I kind of like, I'll switch shit up. I'll probably hit her with like, I'll probably send a meme. I'll be trying to see what's gonna work, what's gonna get that reaction about it, shorty. But you know what I'm saying? That blue check gonna get ass. That blue check gonna get ass for sure. But like, yeah, her, motherfucking Ashanti, I'm shooting still. You know what I'm saying? Like all day.
I feel that.
Ice Spice.
T-Bay.
You feel me?
5 ever.
Bro, she is not falling off ever.
It's so wild.
That shit bad for
She
life.
only getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy to
She
see.
like 50 lamb years old now, and it's still
It
like
don't look like it.
mm-mm.
She still look like she looked in Coach Carter, just thicker.
You feel me?
Shit, wow, boy. I'm just, goddamn.
Oh
I love
God.
Ashanti. Love her. So how would you feel if you pull up to your homeboy crib with your girl and she automatically connected to the Wi-Fi? Y'all never been there together before.
Nah, nah, we not doing that again. Nah, that's a violation.
What you doing in that situation right there?
She ain't left there.
You're not driving her home.
Cause she no, you staying there. You been there. You live there. You got the Wi-Fi password. You no longer a guest there. Like this is your nigga. This is your crib. You know what's in their fridge. Stop playing. I'm not going for that. Hell no. Hell no. That's sick.
So you know what's in their fridge.
Like what?
That's crazy. What was your first car?
Damn, what was it? I guess.
You know your first car.
I'm trying because it's different ways to like how it go technically. Because it's like the first car I ever drove for a period of time. The first car I ever drove for a period of time was a car my old boy was selling. Like he just bought it to sell it, but he was like, in the meantime you could slide it, but it wasn't like mine.
What kind of car was it?
It was a van. It was a Toyota Sienna. It was emerald green. I remember that motherfucker. Hell yeah, bitch. That motherfucker used to be D'd up in that bitch. That was my shit.
The boy had the van.
Mhm.
Early, how old were you?
17,
Okay,
16,
okay,
17.
okay.
Yeah, so we used to be D'd up. We'd just hit the mall.
That's like junior, senior year type shit.
Yeah, like seeing the beginning of senior year. And then we fuck around, go to Walmart, doing all types of dumb shit, bro. Shit was lit though.
Yeah, niggas that got the van or the truck.
Yeah,
Yeah, you ride it deep. You ride it deep. How would you feel if your girl wanted to join the XFL?
Not the lingerie joint, but the XFL.
Nah, yeah, the XFL, not the lingerie one.
Oh my God, nah.
You know what, man? I'm trying to get my anger out.
Nah,
I feel like
you a
tackling a
therapist.
bitch.
You tweaking. Hell no. Go for that one.
This is more recent because Creed is out. Who would you rather fight, Michael B. Jordan during the Creed filming or Muhammad Ali's daughter?
Michael B. Jordan.
You feel like you could take him?
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him. That nigga's a horrible actor, fam.
Terrible actor.
Oh my God, I don't know how people fell for it from the jump.
That nigga got 3 lines per movie.
I'm like, jit, like
And they all
ass.
trash.
The nigga is ass, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
he's
just
bad.
there was one movie and it was the Black Panther movie where I was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm sick of it. I am done. Like, bro, the nigga is a horrible actor, bro. Then I went and watched that Fruitville joint. I was just like,
that shit was sad though.
it was a sad story. He's
That
still a
shit was-
shitty
yeah,
actor.
he's a shitty actor, but that was a sad ass story. I think I cried the first time I seen that.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I ain't even finished it.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think I shed a tear.
But, it was like he's ass. Yeah, I'll definitely fix that boy.
Word. Naked and Afraid approaches you with 30 bands that ask you to be on the show. You taking it?
What's that? What's Naked and Afraid?
You never seen Naked and Afraid?
Nah.
It's like people be they put you in the middle of like island and you're naked
Oh.
and you gotta fend for yourself.
So it's Naked and Afraid or what?
They give you 30 bands. You gonna take it
Ooh. How long I got to do it for?
for the season?
How long is the season?
Average season's what, like
Then they
seven,
gotta do
like
30
7
days.
episodes?
30? You said 30? Who?
I think they gotta do
It's 30 days.
30 days.
It's 10 bands a day.
No, nigga. Hell no.
It's national television. I feel you.
Hell.
I mean, you blurred out. You know.
Yeah, it ain't even that.
Somebody's got that footage.
You feel me? But it's not even for me. It's not even the naked part. I'm more so on the afraid side. That's where I'm at, cause I'm afraid like, what the fuck am I gonna eat?
You know what's gonna be out there? What you
It's not
gonna?
what's gonna- how am I eat? What am I eat? Like I ain't gonna worry. Like I'm gonna fix whatever.
Yeah,
comes
shit
my
gonna
way.
be out there.
Rabbits.
There's producers out there. I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna let you starve.
Oh.
They're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? There's a berry tree over there, bro. If you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gonna let you die out here.
That's my biggest thing, bro. That's probably like the reason I wouldn't do it. I just feel like it'll be over for me.
You trying to fuck on the first night, or you a gentleman?
Nah, I'm trying to spank some shit. I'm gonna poke some shit for sure. Like, but I be playing like a gentleman though. I'm gonna give it a buck. I be playing. I be trying to vibe, just pretend.
Trying to play before the spanky.
Yeah, I'm like, like yeah, I'm this and that. But whole time, no, I'm just trying to post something.
I think I ran through most of them. Who was your most memorable school teacher?
Mr. Williams, my 5th grade teacher.
Why
That
was
motherfucker was
he
fire.
the most memorable?
He was the first teacher that like he vibed like one of us. Like it was like he like a real ass nigga, bro. Like you always appreciate those teachers that curse around you.
Yeah,
You feel me? You like those
Okay,
niggas-
bet. All right. You gang.
Yeah, like you cool, fam. Like you get it, and then it'd be like he was the type that used to let us stay with him after school. He'll get us like fire ass food from the lunch lady. So the lunch lady teachers got a different type of food. So he was putting us on, and then he was the type, bro. Like it'd be teachers that we know is bad.
Yeah.
Like, we know they bad as fuck, and then he'd be like, "Damn, you think I should talk to? You think I try to snatch?" It'd be like that, or he was the type to like try to give niggas advice about stepping to other like you feel me to shorties and shit like that. He was like, "Bro, I peep you doing this and that. You like her?" And then you be like, "Yeah." And then he just like, "Yeah, bro. You know you ain't got to do all that. You could just So yeah, yeah. Mr. Williams was cool as fuck. But now I had another one, bro. Like the name is Barbara. She was probably one of my favorites just because like I had her in 3rd grade. And everybody knew about her. In elementary school, everybody knew about her because she was the one teacher that's gonna cuss your ass out.
Nah.
Everybody knew it. You could hear it in the hallways. She did not care. Like the other teachers
Barbara.
knew. Like the other teachers knew what time it was. You feel me? So and she had like this stick. It was like a stick of rulers. And like it's probably like 5, 6 of them.
What school is this?
I want chill out.
Shit crazy.
But look, she got the sticks, and it's like anytime you wild out, pop your ass with it.
Nah.
There's just like on your arm, your hands, your ass, you gonna get popped. So it was like that, and like, but yeah, and then what happened was it was like she was 3rd grade teacher. When I moved up to 4th grade, when I moved up to 4th grade, she had became a 4th grade teacher.
Damn.
It was
Damn,
like,
bitch, go away.
yeah, but it was cool though. Like Miss Barbara was like, she was that bitch. You feel me? It was like, all right, Miss Barbara around here, whatever. In 5th grade, whatever. And then when I got into, I think it was like middle school, 7th grade. All of a sudden, Miss Barbara pops up at my middle school.
No.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was on the same time. So
Whooping kids.
yeah, violation. She ain't get no fuck.
That shit wild. Hell
yeah.
nah. Well, you got anything you want to close out with? You want to tell the people any closing statements, any advice you want to give to fellow videographers, creatives?
Ooh, consistency is key, bro. The universe rewards consistency. But more importantly, resiliency is everything. Like, you gotta know how to bounce back from situations and how to really dissect the situation and try and make the most out of it. And like, even when it looks like a loss, understanding how to take your wins from it. Like, not everything is a complete loss. Like, a loss is a loss if you let it. If you don't learn nothing from it, then you fucked up. You feel me? So always take your L's in stride and appreciate them for what they are. Because you got to be in certain positions to take certain L's. Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, you got to have $1 million to lose $1 million.
Facts.
That's that.
Facts. You heard it here first. This has been another episode of the Florida Vibe Directory. I'm your host with the most, little butt on his motherfucking toast. Just out water, man. I appreciate you for pulling up, man.
Yeah,
Really.
much love. Appreciate y'all boys for having me.
Already.
I ain't gonna lie, I want another shot at Lobos. No, that was over.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning into Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.